Greetings, cyberdogs and citizens of the internet. This is ReNDoG coming at you from just outside the Griswold family apartments in yet another episode of Molehole Maintenance. In the previous episode, we began the ridiculously immense task of sorting out all of the chests in Rentopia, and in this episode, my friends, we are going to be continuing to do just that, and then we are going to be upgrading the inside of the Molehole Castle with a few blocks of glowstone. It is about time we take the Molehole Castle to another freaking level of epicosity and awesomeness. So sit back and relax, my cyber-diggity dogs. Let's maintain the freaking Molehole. Now guys, since the last episode of Molehole Maintenance, some of you cyberdogs out there have been extremely busy pointing out exactly where all of the freaking chests are in Rentopia. I want to thank all of you guys who have racked your brains and racked your freaking memories to try and figure out where all of our chests are. A special shout out to my good friend from Dogcraft.net, Roanna. She managed to give me a great list of all the chests around Rentopia, and so far this is the list that I've got. These are the chests that we still need to visit. The Foreman's Quarters, which actually sit underneath Mole City. I completely forgot about the freaking Foreman's Quarters in the previous episode. The Lakeside Villa, which includes the chests in the Lakeside Villa, the Lakeside Villa docks, and the guardhouse. The Strip Mine Outpost, which has a ton of freaking chests in it. Underneath Granny Dog's monument, yeah, we know about that one. The Second Continent, I'd completely forgotten about the little house on the Second Continent where we murderized a couple of freaking villagers when we went there in season 1. Dogtown, obviously, the Dogolith chests, the Witch's Cave, in Grand Molehole Station there are chests in the farmlands, in the barns, in the sewers of Mole City, and at the graveyard there are freaking chests there too. So thanks to everybody who pointed out where our freaking chests are, and man, there are a ridiculous amount of chests around here. One of you guys also pointed out that I did not arrange the chest of Mama Dog's greenhouse very well, and you were completely correct there, man. Alright, so that chest is nicely arranged. This chest is... Let's arrange like the flowers like this and the other like leafy bits like this, right? Yeah, that looks pretty sweet. All right. So guys, let's get cracking with trying to track down these chests. Let's start off with the Foreman's Quarters, which I believe it's down here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. It's literally in the butthole of Mole City. There, when we first started building Mole City, when there was nothing here but like basically I burnt down the jungle that was growing here at one point, and we started to replace it with streets, and slowly but surely a city started to take form, and we had a Foreman's Quarters underneath the city where, as you can see, I was storing everything that I was using for that particular build. And as you can see, man, there is a redonkulous amount of jazz in here. So I tell you what, guys, because we have so many different chests in Rentopia to visit in today's episode, what I'm going to do is I'm going to track down the chests, have a look at what's in the chests with you guys, then I'm going to kaplam the bad boy and get the chest cleaned out and sorted out, and take all of the items back to the storage rooms and bring you back after another kaplam so that we can move on to the next chest. Or you know what, guys, we're going to be sorting our chests together for like 3 hours or so. And the crazy thing is that I know there are some of you out there who are crazy enough to actually want to watch that. Yeah, I know you're out there, but guys, you know what? To spare the rest of you guys from falling asleep while watching me freaking sort out chests, I'm gonna kaplam the sucker. See you on the other side of this kaplooey. Kaplow! Alright, cyber-diggity dogs, welcome back. I have just finished clearing out the chest in the Foreman's Quarters, and while I was doing that, I was thinking about a comment that one of you guys made on the previous episode, and one of you guys suggested that maybe what we should be doing is putting the tools that are in the storage rooms in their correct places in Rentopia. And that kind of makes sense to me, man. Like, for example, what you said was, why don't you put the saddles and the horse armor and all of that sort of stuff in the stables and not in the storage rooms? And that's exactly what I'm going to do, guys. I've picked up all of the horse armor that we had in the blang blang chest. I've also picked up the saddles. Let's put the saddles in this chest, the horse armor in that chest. Oh, and I actually haven't shown you guys yet the finished stables. As you can see, it's looking pretty sweet around here, man. We've got some glowstone blocks up in here. I finished off the roof with some stone brickage, finished off all the support beams over here. Oh my goodness, still need to finish this little bit of glowstone over here. So actually it's not complete. Maybe we can get this done in today's episode. But these stables are now complete and waiting and ready for some new horses to appear. What I read is that we could possibly make a mule with 2 horses, but I think we got a bit of a problem here, right? Because currently we got 2 boy horses over here, man. We got Atreyu and we got Napoleon. It's going to be kind of weird getting these 2 guys to get busy getting busy. If you know what I'm saying. I think in Season 4 we're going to have to go and find a lady horse, shall we say. And that, because I don't know if my OCD could ever accept the fact that we basically break the laws of nature by making 2 guy horses make a baby. It just doesn't make any sense to me in my brain, you know. But anyway, guys, I brought all of my hose over here to the farmlands. I wanted to drop off my hose in their rightful positions over here. So this chest has now been emptied, but it has some hose in it for the farmlands, obviously. And here we've got all of our seeds too. So that's looking good, man. I'm happy with how the barn is progressing over here. Have we been cooking anything in here? No, nothing's been cooking in there. So I'm pretty happy with that. There we go, guys. Another bit of sorting completed, and this is going really well, man. Every time I fix a new chest or sort a new chest, my heart settles a little bit more, and the OCD in my soul slowly dissipates a little bit further. I think currently my OCD levels are probably around, I don't know. I don't know. We need like a scale of OCD-ness, right? Maybe we should make the OCD scale. It definitely has to be an even number, right? Because that would just break all OCD-ness of all types if the OCD scale was not an even number, not an even number. So let's make it an even number while we clear out the chest underneath Granny Dog's monument over here. Eyeball, ender pearl, couple of buckets of potato. Man, this potato must be freaking dry and nasty. Damn, it's probably been here for about 10 years. Just collect all of this jazz. Still got a little bit of space left, so let's head over to the Cyberdog monument. I think I've already cleared up the chests actually in the Cyberdog monument. Yeah, there were chests down here, but I've already cleared them up, so that is sweet. Let's head down into the sewers. I think there is a chest down there also that's full of jazz. But I think the OCD, let's call it the OCD-matron. Yeah, that's a good name for it. I think the OCD-matron should have a maximum level of 10. No, that's not enough. Of 100. Yeah, of 100. There we go. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. Whole bunch of redstone torches, some flint and steel. Sweet. And we'll pick up the chest. Come on, baby. There we go. Let's just make sure there's no other chests down here. I haven't been down here in a while, actually. Let's just take a look. So I think the OCD-matron should be 0 to 100, right? It's 0 being basically unachievable. And we're talking about in like a Minecraft setting over here, right? So we're talking about your Minecraft world. So think about your own Minecraft worlds, right? How high up the OCD-matron scale would you say that your own Minecraft worlds are? I would say that currently Rentopia is around, I don't know, I would say like around 60. Oh, there's another bunch of chests that we completely forgot about, guys. The second foreman's quarters here, the Silkworm Gang Railway Line foreman's quarters. Completely forgot about these ones. Yeah, so I would say that Rentopia is around 60 out of 100, which is still pretty freaking high, because there's a whole bunch of unfinished projects and whatnot around here. Like the Lakeside Villa itself adds a lot to the OCD-matron. Oh my goodness, look how much dirt is in here. Oh, it makes me sick. All of this dirt makes me freaking sick to the stomach. You know what I think we're going to have to do, guys? I think we're probably going to have to incinerate some of this dirt. One of you guys suggested making like a junkyard in Rentopia, which I think is a pretty sweet idea. But you know what I think we should do? In my Terraria series, which was like the first major series that I did on YouTube, Terraria didn't have a way to get rid of items. I guess the same as Minecraft, right? Minecraft doesn't have a way to get rid of items. There isn't like a delete item option. And that got added into Terraria at some point, as I recall. But what I did was I made an incinerator, which is pretty sweet. It was just literally a way to get rid of a whole bunch of blocks and stuff that I didn't want. And it was basically just a bowl of lava. Is the only way that I can really describe it. It was pretty much a bowl of lava. So maybe what we should do is make like an incinerator. Maybe we could make an incinerator in the blacksmith's workshop. Hey, what's up, Pogo? What's cracking over there, man? Still hopping about. I don't know how that freaking sheep hasn't run out of energy yet. Kind of weird. But anyway, guys, I tell you what, I'm gonna sort out my inventory right now into the storage rooms, and then let's talk a little bit more about making an incinerator. See you on the other side of this kaplam. Kaplam! Alright, Summer Diggity Dogs, welcome back to the Blacksmith's Workshop in Mole City. I just finished sorting out the chest in the foreman's quarters of the Silkworm Gang railway line, and I am back in Mole City experimenting with an incinerator, and I think that we really do need an incinerator. The more that I think about it, the more that I realize that we need somewhere to dispose of items that we do not want, especially now that we've been sorting out all of our chests and whatnot. So I'm going to pick up a few buckets of lava from the Blacksmith's Workshop furnaces over here, and what I've done is I've dug out like a little trench over here, and I think this is probably going to be the perfect location for an incinerator. Of course, we've got to be careful that the Griswold family members don't run into this lava. We know that they can be kind of stupid, and for some reason they love running into lava. So let's make like a little incinerator pit over here, right? So that looks pretty awesome. And now all we need to do is incinerate all of this jazz that we don't want. So let's just get like all of this dirt into our inventory like this. And I suppose we could actually just, I mean, we could queue it, right? Press Q and there it goes, but that's only going to do one at a time. So if we stand against this fence like this, we can just easily incinerate all of this dirt. All right, this is working absolutely beautifully, man. We basically have a chest full of dirt in the storage facility, so we don't actually need to keep this much dirt. We also have a ridiculous number of dead zombie arms, which we don't need to keep either. So this is awesome. And this was an amazing suggestion by one of you Cyber Diggity Dogs, so thank you very much for this suggestion. And while I've been doing this, guys, also just realized that we have chests right here in the Blacksmith's Workshop too. We still have a couple of stacks of dirt that we can get rid of over here. So, oh man, this has tweaked my OCD-metron to about, I don't know, about 57 out of 100 now. So we're slowly ticking down, but let's have a look at what we've got in here. We've got a whole bunch of coal. We'll leave the coal in here because, you know, it obviously is required for the furnaces over here. And the Fresh Prince is eyeballing me big time over there. Let's take all of these buckets out of here too. Although we do use the buckets in the Blacksmith's Workshop, so we can leave the buckets in here actually. That's totally sweet. Alright, man, check. The Fresh Prince is observing the new tool added to the workshop. You approve, bro? Yeah, man. This is where you can forge, you know, weapons and swords and whatnot. Alright, sweet. So, that is another bit of OCD dealt with. What is next? I think it's going to be the Lakeside Villa guardhouse. We've still got a ton of space in our inventory here. So, let's head over to the guardhouse and see what we can pick up from the chests in there. I think that another part of this whole process is going to be, you know, now that it's actually kind of weird, right? I'm cleaning out the chests, which is lowering the level on my OCD-metron, but at the same time, I'm increasing my OCD-metron in other ways, and I'm explaining exactly why. All right, all we got here is snowballs. Where's the... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is the Fresh Prince. The Fresh Prince is the guard of the Lakeside Villa. I'd be tripping, dogs. We have a new freaking villager. We have a new villager in the Griswold family. Oh, that's awesome. That's because we removed 3 of the ladies to join the Silkworm Gang. So Griswold and Hippolyta have been busy, man. Damn. They made another guy, which is excellent. We definitely needed a few more males in our villager count. So that's awesome, man. We got another guy. Good work, Griswold. You've been busy, man. Where is he? It looks like he wants to be. He wants to follow in his daddy's footsteps. What does he actually try? Oh, dude, get down from there. Get down. Get down, dude. Get down. There we go. This is no. You do not go up here. Oh, man, these villagers are freaking. How dumb are these villagers, man? I'm gonna have to make like a fence window. Check it out, man. There we go. Oh my goodness gracious. Cannot believe how stupid these villagers are, man. And how come this isn't connecting over here? What's going down over here, man? Alright, so in all of that excitement, yeah, we have a new villager. That's awesome. And it's a guy. I think I'm going to take him, I think he's going to be our very first recruit of the Silkworm Gang in Season 4. Because we need some guys in the Silkworm Gang. That's for shizzle, man. Well, although a gang of just ladies is pretty sweet, because you know me, guys, I like the ladies. But, alright, let's get rid of that. Alright, there we go. Does this still work? Let's see. No! No. Oh, good work, Greg. Or clone of Greg. Oh my goodness gracious, let's have a nap. Oh man, that scared the jazz out of me, people. Alright, we need to refocus, man. Molehole maintenance. Alright, there we go. So this actually still works. And now it's completely health and safetified. And man, that villager almost, our brand new villager almost killed himself in lava. Freaking butthole. Whew, that was close. Idiot! Don't do that again, bro. Please. It's bad for my freaking heart. Alright, anyway, guys, let's head back to the Lakeside Villa, have a look at some of the other chests that we've got in there. And yeah, I was before we got interrupted by that whole little bit there. Oh man, that happens too much in my episodes. I was talking about how my OCDmatron was actually getting basically damaged by this project, which is supposed to be sorting out the OCDmatron levels. And the reason that it's getting damaged is because I am removing items from the places in Rentopia that require items. So, oh my goodness, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here that we're going to need to transport over. And by that, what I mean is, what we should be doing is keeping items in chests that require those items, right? So, for example, at the beginning of this episode, we added some saddles and some horse armor to the stable. So that makes sense. We added some hose to the barns of the farmlands. That also makes sense. But in the previous episode, we literally removed all items from Beatrice's chests. And that doesn't make sense, man. Beatrice lives in that house. She has a little farm just outside of her house too, which means she needs a hoe up in her chest. She also needs food. She needs, like, you know, some seeds. She needs some wheat to make bread. She needs some coal to, like, keep her furnaces brewing. She needs a bucket of water so that she can clean out her cauldron after doing the dishes. And that is working on my OCD, man. So at some point, we're going to have to basically, I don't know, I didn't even know what to call it, really. I think we're going to have to realitify. Yeah, realitification. That's what it's called, man. We're going to have to get some reality up in here, man. And add some more stuff back into chests, basically, to basically put OCD to rest once and for all. So that, yeah. That's going to be another part of this task, guys. But I tell you what, I'm a Kaplan the sucker. As you can see, we've got a ton of clearing up work to do here. Need to sort out these chests. And I'll see you guys on the other side of this Kaplan. Welcome back, Cyber Diggity Dogs. Just dropped all of that jazz off in the storage rooms, heading back to the Lakeside Villa to collect the last bit of jazz out of here. And also, I've been carrying this record around for ages now. So let's head over into the Lakeside Villa bar. Man, this place is so sweet. The Lakeside Villa Lounge, man. Look at this place. Oh, man, we need to come hang out here more. But I wanted to come and drop the record off in here. I've been carrying it around for ages now. Here is another chest, by the way. But this is the record chest, right? So this is one of the very few chests that is in the correct place. I also picked up all of the flowers out of the storage rooms. Because what I've realized is that flowers should be in Mama Dog's greenhouse. That is the purpose of Mama Dog's greenhouse, man. So, and there is another flower over here. And some more bone meal, and this should also be in Mama Dog's greenhouse. The saddle needs to be in the stables. So yeah, man, you can see, guys, we have got, oh man, we have got so much freaking work to do. Look at all of this jazz we need to pick up and freaking sort out. My goodness, let's make sure that we just pick up everything we need from Mama Dog's greenhouse. Oh man, this is going to be another epic trip back and forth for me. Now, I was really certain that I was going to be able to do all of this sorting in this episode, man. But I think I may have underestimated the amount of chests and the amount of jazz that we have scattered all over Rentopia. I mean, we still need to head over to the second freaking continent. Let's just drop all the flowers in here, man. No, not saplings, though. We don't need to drop off saplings in here. Flowers go in here, man. Although there are saplings over here. There's dark oakwood saplings over here. Oh, my goodness. It's just too much, man. We'll take the dark saplings with us. We'll keep the lily pads here. Well, we can't actually replicate lily pads, right? So we should only be keeping flowers inside of Mama Dog's greenhouse that can be replicated or that can be used as flowers. Although I think we should... No. That's not how it's going to go down, man. The greenhouse is going to hold all biological bits that can be used for aesthetic purposes. That's my story, and I'm going to stick to it. Alright, so we still have a ridiculous amount of junk to clean up out of the Lakeside Villa chest. So I'm going to get that done, guys. And I'll see you on the other side of this Kaplan where we will be attacking the next set of chests. I'm also going to clean up the chests in the Lakeside Villa Harbor also. So, whew, man, ton of work still to do, guys. Sit back and relax. Better get another freaking tasty beverage or top it up at least because there's still a butt ton to do, guys. See you on the other side of this Kaplan. Kaplan! Alright, Cyberdogs, welcome back. I am almost now finished sorting out the chests of the Lakeside Villa, but man, I want to tell you guys something. My freaking eyeballs are watering right now. Whew, damn. I don't know what's going on, but there are some serious fumes coming into my room from under my door. All I gotta say is that one of my housemates is cooking something that is stanking something fierce. Damn. Whew, it is literally burning my eyeballs, man. And let me tell you something. It smells absolutely disgusting. No idea what it is, but I definitely won't be sampling it. Anyway, guys, let's get back into Mama Dog's greenhouse. I basically picked up all of the stuff from the storage rooms that was in that organics chest. And we're going to keep in Mama Dog's greenhouse any organic material that we can use for aesthetic purposes. And we're going to keep bone meal here too. So that makes sense. The rotten flesh is in my inventory for incinerational purposes. So let's head into the blacksmith's workshop to get rid of that. Also picked up some taters, man, because I've munched through at least 60 cookies. And my stomach's starting to feel a bit, I don't know, a bit delicate, shall we say, man. You can't eat that many cookies without getting a stomach ache. So we're also almost out of bread, and cookies give hardly any freaking health bars at all. So I think it only gives one health bar. Also got another freaking saddle. Man, we have got so many saddles. It's kind of ridiculous. We've been collecting them in dungeons that we found on our adventures for like 300 episodes now. So I guess it's not surprising that we have this many saddles, but it is kind of annoying. We don't have enough horses for all of the freaking saddles, if you know what I'm saying. But I think these are now all cleared out. Oh no, we still have a little bit in this chest. Let's just get all of this jazz picked up. There we go. Head down into the Lakeside Villa Harbor. And you know, that's actually something that we need to do in Season 4, man. We need to make some sort of a pathway down to the harbor that isn't just the railway line, right? Like, if you are staying in the Lakeside Villa and you need to get to the station, you shouldn't have to jump over the edge here and climb down a cliff to get there. I mean, what happens if you're like an old lady or something? You know, you're not going to be able to do that. Like, if Mama Dog came over and stayed in the Lakeside Villa, man, there would be some health and safety issues with her butthole. If you know what I'm saying. But anyway, I'm going to pick up all of this jazz, guys. Got to sort this chest out also. I'll see you guys back on the other side of this kaplam. I think I'm just going to take a... Where is the freaking minecart for this? I think I'm gonna just take a minecart back into Grand Molehole Station. I think this is probably going to be the easiest way to clear up all of this jazz. Oh, here's the minecart. Oh, whatever. I'll see you guys on the other side of this freaking kaplam. Kaplam! Alright, Cyberdogs, welcome back, and this is the last load from the Lakeside Villa. I'm gonna break this crafting table with this very rotten fish. Damn, son, this sea bass has been down here for God knows how long. It is freaking stanky. Not as freaking stanky as the smell of whatever is cooking up in my house right now, man. Seriously, I'm a puke. I think I'm a puke. Whew, man. I'm gonna have to open up all my windows or something, man. Things are getting nasty around here. Anyway, guys, that is the Lakeside Villa cleared. Yes, that's awesome, man. Give me a fishy 5. Oh, man. All of the chests in the Lakeside Villa have now been sorted out. So freaking happy with that. Still got a bunch of stuff from those chests to put into the storage rooms, but that is fine. Next up, we're heading into the Witch's Cave. Man, we haven't been in there in ages. I have no idea what's up in those chests, but I'm assuming that it's going to be stuff for making potions. Well, only time will tell, man. Let's get into the Witch's Cave via the secret entrance over here. And there we go. Oh, man, for those of you who didn't know about that, that is a secret entrance to the Witch's Cave, man. And, of course, we're going to be finishing the Witch's Cave in Season 4, which is going to be awesome. But here's our brewing stand over here. And here is a chest and a crafting table. What is in this chest? Oh, my goodness gracious. Look how much jazz is in here, man. Glass, cobblestone, TNT, flint and steel. And these look like ingredients required for potions. And there's a few gold nuggets in here too. But I think that we probably need all of this stuff in here. Fermented spider eyes. I mean, I think I'm going to leave all of this stuff here, right? We were talking about like keeping the chests relevant, right? We want to keep items in the chest that we need. And I think we're pretty much going to need all of this jazz for when we start brewing potions. And you know what, man? I think in Season 4, we're going to do some brewing. We need to make some potions, man. We can make like regeneration potions and strength potions, speed potions. What we could do is make splash potions of regeneration also to heal all of our villagers, which are, you know, are probably currently on very low life, and get them all healed up to full. I think that's the only way you can actually heal villagers. And I'm sure some of them, you know, some of them have taken drop damage. They've been jumping off the balconies of the Griswold family apartments and just generally being really dumb. So, you know, we could probably help them out a little bit. But let's head up to the Dogolith now, I think. There are more chests up there that we could clear out also. We still got a bit of space in our inventory over here. And let's have a look at what we can find up in the Dogolith. I'm pretty sure we cleared out all of the botthole chests already. Yep, we've already done that. Let's have a look. Nothing in this chest. Yeah, we got some dirt and some cobblestone in this chest. Man, it's like Christmas, man. Look at all this jazz that we're finding all over the place. What's in here? A minecart and a couple of chests. What the jazz is a minecart doing up here, man? Man, I have no idea. Right, let's consult our list for any remaining chests in the immediate vicinity. Foreman's Quarters, Lakeside Villa, Docks and Guardhouse, Strip Mine Outpost. Ah, Strip Mine Outpost. Yeah, that's the next killer one, man. That's the next big, that's that's the next big bad boy of stuff that we need to clear out. So I'll tell you what, guys, I'm going to clear out my inventory, get all of this stuff into the storage rooms, and we're going to be heading off to the Strip Mine Outpost on the other side of this kablam. Kablam. Alright, Cyber Diggity Dogs, welcome back. My suspicions were confirmed. The chests in the bottle were actually not empty. So I just gone and picked up a whole bunch of rotten flesh, an iron helmet, a leather tunic, an enchanted leather tunic, and some other jazz. And I'm just checking the chests of Grand Molehole Station over here. As you can see, there is some random jazz in here. Minecarts should be in here, so that is basically the only thing that should be in these chests, man, is minecarts. There should be a minecart in each of these things, I think. But the chests of the butthole are now clear. Let's just make sure. There we go. Let's check the furnace also. Anything in there? No, nothing in there. The butthole is congested though. Does need a bit of clearage, but that's okay, man. We are focused on today's task of cleaning out the chests of Rentopia, and we are getting there, man. This is sweet. Right, let's drop off our tunic up in here. Now my question is, where in the jazz is the armor set of the dog? Or no, the armor set of the butthole. That's my question. I think it must be in the Griswold family apartments, right? Because I kind of want to put it in my room. I want to put that armor set in my room, right? And I think we can just incinerate all of this other jazz. My suspicions were correct, Cyber Diggity Dogs. Here is the armor set of the butthole. So I'm going to pick that up out of these chests. I don't know, something tweaked in my brain, and I suddenly remembered that I'd left my armor set of the butthole in the Griswold family apartments somewhere. Just incinerated all of that freaking jazz that was in there too. And what we can start doing now, guys, is heading over to the Strip Mine Outpost for basically the last part of this spring cleaning project of Rentopia. Of course, that doesn't count the trip that we're going to have to make to Dogtown and to the second continent, but I think we're probably going to do that in the next video. Running out of time for this one, but man, I didn't actually think that this clearage project was going to take this freaking long. It's actually quite crazy how long it's actually taking, but let's drop off the armor set of the butthole in here. Need to get it all enchanted and named also at some point. Where is the sun, man? Yeah, we still got a little bit of time. So let's head down into, what are we doing next? Oh, we're heading off to the Strip Mine Outpost. That's what we're going to do. So let's head off to the Strip Mine Outpost. Here we go. We're going to have to make this quite quick, though. It looks like we've probably got 3 or 4 minutes before the sun goes down. We've also picked up an egg out of the butthole of freaking Diablo. So we've got to keep this egg, because I want to basically make a whole bunch more Diablos, right? And I think I'm going to keep this egg in Beatrice's house, because that's generally the area where we collect these eggs coming out of Diablo's butt. I think, no, well, this egg might actually be, I'm just going to get rid of it. I don't want to be messing with demon eggs anyway. But there is a chicken wandering around the molehole also. Not sure how long that chicken's been there, but it's been hanging around the butthole for, like, I don't know, a whole season. And it's sort of like, I don't know, it ventures off every now and then. But here we are in the Strip Mine Outpost, guys. There are tons of chests down here. Let's have a look at what we can find. Nothing in that chest. Nothing in that chest, but there is a box room over here. And my suspicions are this box room is full of rubbish. There's also a furnace room over here. Let's just make sure there's nothing cooking in any of these furnaces. I don't think I've ever used these furnaces. No, that's a lie. I think I've used the furnaces once or twice to make iron and stuff like that, to make more pickaxes. Nothing in those furnaces, and now, man, there is a redonkulous amount of stuff in here. So let's start picking it all up, man. We've got raw pork chops and melons up in here, so that's pretty good. Man, there is a whole bunch of stuff to do over here, guys. Look at all of this rubbish. Oh man, this is going to take me forever. So I'll tell you what, guys, I'm going to spend the next, I guess, half an hour or so transporting all of this jazz in the strip mine outpost. Look at it, man. There is so much stuff in here. It's absolutely insane. It's going to take me forever to do this transportation. So I'm going to do this, guys, and end the video here also. Quickly, I have to head back to have a sleep before the sun goes down and our villagers get killed. But thank you so much for watching this episode, guys. I know I promised that we were going to pimp out the Molehole with some glowstone today, but we ran out of freaking time, I'm afraid. That's what we're going to be doing in the next Molehole maintenance episode. Heading off to Dogtown, heading off to the second continent, and adding some glowstone to the Molehole. It's going to be freaking sweet, man. Hope you have enjoyed the video, guys. If you have, you hit that freaking like button. If you have not subscribed yet, you hit that subscribe button, because it's almost time for season number 4, and it's going to be freaking sweet. See you in the next video, my friends. Goodbye, everybody!